guest tonight from the Astrodome in Houston is Dodger outfielder Billy Beane. Had a big day yesterday, contributing to the Dodger win in the first of a two-game series.
After 3 years with the Tigers organization in the middle of my best year, out of nowhere, I got traded to the Los Angeles Dodgers in 1989.
My roots are in Southern California, so it's a real dream come true to be a Dodger and play in LA, and hopefully I'll be able to prove myself and do a good enough job.
How about plans for the winter?
Well, I'm getting married in November to my fiancée Gina. I want to say hello to her.
We got married in 1989.
The wedding was very big, probably the biggest wedding that ever been in our family.
What more could you ask for? You have a major league career, you have a beautiful wife. Life is good.
Everything on the outside looked great, but something was pushing me the other direction.
I think I felt like there was something wrong. I had no idea what it was. He was not happy when he should have been.
It took me years before I acted out on what I was starting to imagine was real about my sexual orientation, and then I met somebody, and it just really was the nail, for that relationship in the coffin. I met Sam in December of 1992. Of the many things that connected us, we were both in the closet to our families and the people we loved. To this day, I'm still not sure how much his family knows about that time, which is why we've blurred Sam's face. I met Sam and I thought, I need to figure this out. I didn't have a conversation with my wife until the start of spring training in 1993. I said, I think we might need a little time apart. But I just didn't think I should be married to her. It was 1993, and I was a San Diego Padre by then. This is when my double life really began. I definitely wasn't ready to tell anybody that I was gay and had a partner. I didn't know what to tell my family.
Billy had a 3-bedroom condo, and he said that Sam was going to move in, and that way he'd have somebody to watch his place while he traveled with the team. Made sense. It all made sense.
You start to lie all the time, make excuses for why you can't do certain things, and I was never like that before. I remember one Christmas, I drove up to my parents' house. I literally stayed for an hour, and I drove home because Sam was by himself. And my mom is like, why don't you want to spend Christmas with us? And I could not give her an answer.
My biggest regret is that he didn't let the family in and let us help him.
I remember consciously thinking there's something weighing on him, and knowing that it's bigger than, am I doing good this week in baseball? I mean, it was big. I knew that. I just didn't know what it was.
Real major leaguers don't have personal problems, and they certainly aren't struggling with their sexuality.
Billy ended up being my roommate. I didn't know that this was something that was eating him up inside. He hid it very well.
Living the baseball life and the baseball pressures is, again, all-consuming enough for one individual to kind of take on, but to have that kind of in the back of his mind, it's almost overwhelming to imagine.
When I left town to go on the road, I would fly Sam home to, Washington, D.C., so nobody would even be in my house alone, so people, even my neighbors, wouldn't question what it was. I didn't have him go to the games. I hid him, basically. In the middle of all this chaos in '93, I started playing really well. I hit my first big league home run, and in one of my happiest moments, my partner wasn't there.
That's got something on it, to the wall, at the wall, and over the wall. That's the first Major League ever home run of Billy Beane.
Sam had been listening to the game on the radio, and he wanted to celebrate, and we were sitting down eating, glass of wine, and just the knock on the door, literally, I felt like I was going to have a heart attack. I see my teammates, and in their mind, I was divorced and I was alone. The only thing I could think of was to push Sam, you know, down the stairs and get him to I said, just sit in the car. I'll see if I can get him out of here. I kept looking at the clock. It was at least a couple hours. And I'm thinking, what am I doing, you know? But that's what the closet is like. The truth was, I was not ready to move to the next level for people to find out, because I didn't know if the world would reject me or not. As a way to make things up to Sam, I decided I wanted him to come to a game. It would be the first time he would ever see me play in person or attend a Major League Baseball game. I had him sit in the family section, and I just told him, tell him you're a buddy of mine that is traveling through town. If anybody asks you.
This one is high, and it is deep to right, and this one is long gone.
I remember thinking, I'm gay, and I just hit a home run at home in front of all these fans, and then running around third, and I knew where the family section was, and then looking up and just sort of like, you know, wink up that way, and you know, for a minute, it was like, it was okay. You know, I can do this. I'm good enough to pull this off. And then, you know, he thought he was bragging about, I'm your good luck charm, I got to come every night, you know. The first thought that came to my mind was, he can't ever go back, because if people start seeing him, people are going to put two and two together, and so it was like, you're not allowed to come anymore. You feel like a criminal or something, like, you know, you watch a movie and you see someone who's hiding something in their past, and I just happened to be hiding that I was gay.